Señores, el día de hoy estamos con Porter McKnight, parte de Atreyu, que lanzarán muy pronto The Pronoia Sessions el 25 de octubre en streamings y el 8 de noviembre aproximadamente en físico. Porter, how are you today? Nice to meet you.
Muy bien. Nice to meet you too.
Great. Nice Spanish, by the way.
Mi español es muy mal.
That's better than some other guys. So yeah,
Fair.
kudos. Well, I
Gracias.
need to ask you about this Pronoia Sessions. What is the reason behind making an acoustic album?
It came from us wanting to do something special for our fans for VIP sessions a couple years back. And so we were like, how do we do something that's not just, here's a photo, here's a poster, you got a question? Okay, bye. You know, like something more that connected more. So we started doing acoustic versions of our songs. And we surprised ourselves with how good they were. And the fans that heard it were like, we need an album like this. So we spoke with Spine Farm, our record label, and we were like, hey guys, we have this weird idea to do an quote unquote acoustic album. And they're like, okay, yeah. So they gave us a little bit of money to go in the studio, and it turned into something vastly more than just acoustic. There are a couple songs on there that are just acoustic reimaginings, but for the most part, it is a fucking journey. So, sorry, am I allowed to cuss? I don't know how this works.
Yeah, well, and it is, well, like a Stone cover, it's amazing. And well, I really need to hear this Mary Jane's Last Dance. I was thinking about it because, well, actually today it's the 7th anniversary of the Tom Petty's death. So
Mm-hmm.
I, I want to ask you this. How did you choose these songs, these cover songs?
Um, Tom Petty is one of our favorite all-time artists. It is, like, if you ask Brandon, our singer, what his favorite artist is, it would probably be Tom Petty. But we all grew up with Tom, and we grew up with his songs. And I mean, I remember being, 8, 9, 10 years old, like hearing Mary Jane's Last Dance on the radio for the first time, like jumping on the bed or whatever you're doing at that age, like singing along. Like I've loved that song specifically and Tom's work, my most of my life. So when we were talking about, reimagining our own song, essentially covering our own songs, we were like, let's throw a few covers on there as well, and that was top contender.
Wow. Well, was there any songs that got left, maybe recorded, and then it's like, okay, no.
No, we only recorded what we actually like discussed and decided to do. I really want to cover. It would have been good for this, I think. I would have liked to cover Johnny Cash's version of Nine Inch Nails' "Hurt."
Or right.
Like, but to cover the Johnny Cash version, like Nine Inch Nails is one of my favorite all-time bands. It's one of the most important bands in my musical history. But I would have I really would have loved to have done that one. But I have no regrets. I think these two songs turned out really, really good. So I'm very happy with it.
Yeah. Well, I'm dying to hear that Tom Petty's cover. So yeah, let's wait till October 25.
Well, it's out now. The cover's out now.
Oh yeah. Well, I only heard the other one. So, gosh.
Yeah, it came out on last Friday, I think. So
that's the reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm having a really, really busy day. So yeah.
All good. You got time. You got plenty of time.
Great. Well, I need to ask you about this beautiful Dark of Life album. I know it's like this compilation of all the EPs that were released last year. What are your thoughts about this music, this last year's music so far?
Besides the stuff that we have currently been writing this year, which we do have a lot of new songs ready already, which is, as I said before, or in a previous interview, I should say, that it fucking sucks. We have these incredible songs and I just want people to hear it right now, and I have to wait till we go and like record it properly and then release it on an album. Anyways, besides the songs that aren't out yet, they are by far my favorite tracks we've ever written. songs like I and Drowning and Come Down and Forevermore. And there are a lot of songs on that album that mean a lot to all of us. And I think that right now and on that album, we are at my favorite version of Atreyu. I think we're the most well-versed in songwriting, I think in layering and creative direction. And I fucking love that album. And I still listen to it from time to time, and I'm just like, I'm still proud of it. You know, like when like I said kind of before, like by the time an album gets released, it's already been done and, you know, been waiting to be given to the public for like a year. So we've sat on them for a long time. So I've listened to it a lot when I get the masters back and everything. And so when it comes out, you like, oh yeah, that's out. You know, like you can see it online now. That's cool. But it's still such an incredible album when I find myself listening to it again. And I love playing them live.
Yeah, well, and it's a really beautiful album. So that's the reason I'm asking about it.
Thank you.
What was the subjects that you wanted to involve with to write that in particular album?
There's a lot of different themes on the album. I think the overarching story and the overarching theme of it is the contrast of life, the highs and the lows, and being grateful for those contrasting moments, for those things that happen to you, because they help you grow. And you have a choice in this life. You have a choice in how you view this life and the lens that you view this existence from. Whether when these bad situations happen, when these bad tragic moments happen, when you're plagued with anxiety and depression and all of these things, which we all are in our band at least, and we've all had horrible things happen to us. It's how you grow from them and how you use them as a source and a tool to propel yourself further in this life, rather than wallow in it, let it ruin you, let it make you jaded, bitter, angry, whatever. But you got to move on, and you got to grow, and you got to learn from it, you know?
Yeah. Grow up and get over it. I've heard sometimes.
That's a little bit harsh, but yes, I like it.
Yeah, it's yeah, but you said it in a much better way. Yeah, but yeah, I think I was told that phrase at some point. I was like, you're kind of being rude, but yeah, you're right. But yeah. That's a much better version. And
well, the grow up part is the rude part of that. Mm-hmm. Like I don't like when people tell you to grow up. I don't think anyone should fucking grow up. I think kids have the best view on this existence. You have to play, you have to have fun, you have to enjoy those creative things. When you get stuck in this reality, in the worries of finance and shelter, and which are valid things to worry about, but it's not, there's a lot more to this existence than that. And how this existence treats you is a direct reflection or a mirror on how you think about and treat this existence. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it is. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, well, I need to ask you because, well, there's a plenty of interviews where they are asking about their best show ever. Now, I want to ask the opposite. Do you remember your worst show ever?
Oh, there are moments of shows that are the worst. We haven't really, knock on wood, that we haven't really had those shows that were like, fuck, that is awful. I can't wait for it to be over. There are three things that come to mind. One of them is just funny. We were in French Canada opening for Linkin Park in 2008 at a festival, and it was actually my birthday that day, so it was kind of fun to have 40,000 French Canadians sing happy birthday to me. Cool. In whatever, I don't know how to speak French, so I can't do it, but you know what I mean. It was fun. But that show, like, we were so hyped up. It was raining. We were starting with Bleeding Mascara, and Dan Dan obviously has the first major part of that song with that lead riff, and so he sprints out on stage and is like jumping up on like the little like things that are called ego risers. It's like a little small stage at the front of the stage.
Mm-hmm.
He just absolutely ate shit. Guitar smashed into the ego riser. Like he's supposed to be playing that riff, and he's like, "Bro, kick him," and it was just fucking hilarious for me. For us at the time, obviously not hilarious because we're like, "Holy shit, are you all right, friend?" But he got up, he crushed it, and we went on. So there are moments like that. Like there is a moment that one of the toughest shows we've ever had to play was, ironically, in Monterrey, Mexico, with Iron Maiden, in I think 2009, 8-ish.
Maybe the Summer Back in Time tour. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and it was us direct support to Iron Maiden with Morbid Angel and Carcass and Lauren Taylor's band. I can't remember the bassists. No, Lauren
Harris.
The bassists.
Yeah.
Thank you. Her band. And, there's 35,000 people there, sold out. And the first 5,000 people at that show did not want fucking anything to do with any band but Iron Maiden. And because we were right before Iron Maiden, they hated us the most. Or maybe because we had tight pants and weren't as heavy. But isn't it funny that, like, Iron Maiden's not that heavy, actually? But they have, like, the gnarliest fan base on Earth. They're so theatric and triumphant, and then, like, every fan is, like, beating shit at each other. It's hilarious. I love it. I fucking love it. But that show, they threw a lot of stuff at us. There was a lot of physical violence. There were pesos being thrown at us. I actually got hit right here. I have a dent in my skull from it, from a metal spike. I wish I had it. I do have it, but I don't know where it is. I kept it. It almost put my eye out. I was headbanging really fast, and it hit me right here. I was bleeding everywhere. It was fucking wild. So that show was difficult, but past those 5,000 people that were ravenous for Iron Maiden, Circle Pit, singing along, we sold all of our merch. Like, they fucking loved us. We had a blast. So I guess if I had to answer that question, I'm sorry it's in your country, but that would be
not in my country. I'm in Chile.
Oh, you're in Chile?
Yeah.
Oh. Lo siento.
But
I'm so sorry. I should have realized that when you're wearing the fucking...
I love that country. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I should have realized that when you had the Chilean football shirt. I do apologize.
Okay. And the flag. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, well, now I see that too, and now I feel even dumber. Yeah. All right. Fair. I did have a lot of it that said Mexico and Spain interviews in this subject, so I didn't know. I apologize. That's fucking cool. I want to go to Chile so bad.
Well, Chile is a really, really metal country and rock country, and there's plenty of shows here. And well, I remember they're headlining 2 stadiums next month, so yeah. And
good for them.
Yeah, I know. I love Maiden. Of course, I have like 8 Maiden tattoos here, but
fuck yeah,
it's not that heavy. And well, joining them with Morbid Angel, Carcass, and you was like,
yeah.
No.
To be fair, though, we just played with Iron Maiden again last year in Canada in some arenas, and it was like nothing like the same. More like just about the same amount of people, and it not like we didn't get anything thrown at us. But I think Canadians are too nice for that, maybe. But they loved us. They were singing along. They had a great time. They like when we asked them to do, put your hands in the air or whatever. They did it, and so it was good.
That's cool. That reminds me a lot of today. Well, I have a really good memory. Today marks the 11th anniversary of the second show of Iron Maiden on the National Stadium here. It's like for 65,000. And Ghost...
How the fuck do you know that?
Well, I've been there. I'm really good at that.
I hear, can tell.
And Ghost and Slayer were the openers. And people...
That's a show.
Yeah, people threw some oranges to Ghost and bananas and coins. And it was... I love Ghost, so I was really, really, looking forward for that show. And there was really, really rude people there. So I think like it felt something not as violent as the one with the spike here, but yeah. We
knew it was going to be scary going into it. We have this band called Funeral for a Friend. Mm-hmm. They opened up for Iron Maiden in the UK. And at that time specifically, they were gigantic. They still do really well, of course, but they were like huge. And so direct support, there was a night we were told that it was in an arena, and for some reason, all of the fans got free hockey pucks as like a gift for some special event. Yeah, you can imagine. There were shows where the entire crowd turned their back on them playing. Have you ever even heard of that? Like, what the fuck? So we knew it was going to be. We knew what we were walking into.
My God.
I know,
No.
right? It's wild.
My
But
God.
like I said, I do not regret it at 1%. Not even less than 1%. It was so much fun, and I had a blast, and it was fun seeing them again and playing with them again, in Canada recently. So I'll do it anytime, anywhere, even Mexico again. Fuck it, or Chile.
Chile.
Yeah.
Or Brazil or Argentina. Have you heard something about this Latin American crowd that is really, really super intense?
Yes, and I want to go on record saying that we have tried for our entire career to go to South America.
Wow.
And we have been told by one set of managers or the other that it's not possible, that you can't find a promoter, that this and that, and it's risky and blah blah. And fuck that, we're going. So we're working on it. We're making it happen. I can't confirm or deny when it's going to happen, but don't just know that you're not overlooked, and we do care, and we know how fucking good those shows are, and we want to be there and experience that for ourselves.
That's super good to hear because, well, yeah, you're like, come on, guy. What is it going to be? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
Yeah.
We've said trust me. I mean, I could search my email sent history, and there's at least 24 emails I've sent over the years of like, when are we going to do this? Come on, let's make this happen.
Yeah. And
I
it
promise.
will happen. Well,
It will.
I will trust in you. For you, Porter, what's the best part of making this music?
Ooh, I don't know if anyone's ever asked me that. Huh.
That's the first timer. Great.
The best part is, oh man, it's a multifaceted answer. I think making the music is one of my favorite experiences, especially in the last few years. We have, the four of us have a connection and have a safe space in this band where our ideas are heard and listened to and respected, and each of us fully trusts the other person in this band. And I think so making music is one of my favorite parts. And like I said, we've just worked on a bunch of new songs. We actually went to Japan for a week to write, and we brought our producer out there, and we rented like a little Airbnb in a tiny residential village in Tokyo, and I was fucking screaming at 11 o'clock at night, and no one kicked us out, so that was good. And we just actually went to Washington for another week, and one of our singer Brandon's aunt's friends' houses let us stay there for like a week, and we recorded more. And I really enjoy that feeling of like waking up and someone having an idea. Maybe it's on a guitar, just a little part. Maybe it's a melody, a hook, a chorus, a theme of a song, whatever it may be, and figuring out how to make that be an Atreyu song. I really enjoyed that part of it. That's probably my favorite aspect of it. I forget in time, especially when we don't play shows for a while, how much I love playing shows and how much of a release that is for me. That's just something that like ADD like slips out of my brain, but I really and truly enjoy the writing process. Yeah, I enjoy every fucking part of being in the band, even the interviews. Don't worry, I like it.
Thank you.
when they're good interviewers and nice people like yourself.
I don't know if I'm on that, but thank you, I guess.
So far, so good.
Oh, great. Well, what's next for Atreyu? Well, you mentioned new music. You're already
Hmm.
writing new songs.
Hmm.
So,
We, we wrote the Pronoia session.
mhm.
We were in the studio for that over a year ago. So that's it's coming out for y'all soon, but it's old news for us. We're always trying to keep the needle pushing forward with us. So we have new songs. We're going to do another writing session next year, and then we'll probably go into the studio at some point early next year. We have some shows coming up. We're doing 3 shows in celebration of the curse. So we're playing that album in full. That's why I said earlier my voice is tired because I've just been yelling and practicing, and we want to do respect for that album. Play it well so that we respect it. You know what I mean? So we're doing that, and then we have Shiprocked. It's a cruise in the States coming up in January, and besides that, I don't know. We'll see, man.
I will wait then. Yeah, I will wait for more news about it. Yeah, but yeah, well, shipwreck. Have you been before playing in a cruise?
We did, yeah. We played Shiprocked in 2019, and whilst let's put it this way, I would never do a cruise ever if I didn't have to. It's not my thing. I don't like being trapped in this fucking steel box on a thing on the water. It's just scary. It's horrifying. But that being said, the experience of Shiprocked itself is fucking wild. It is borderline cult like. We have people still to this day that come out to our shows because they're like, I saw you in Shiprock 2019, and when a band plays Shiprock, we go to those shows. And they also, did like us and want to come to the shows, but it's like they get together and there's like little Shiprock crews that go to shows together all the time. And on the boat, there's all those same people, and it's every year it's sold out well before it's even like the moment it's announced, it's already sold out. And there is like a really beautiful. I will replace my statement of cult with community. There's a really really beautiful community that's on Shiprock. So when we got the offer this year, I reluctantly, because I fucking hate ships, was like, yeah, let's do it. Because you can't say no. Like it was so much. It really was so much fun, except for that day where it was really stormy. I don't take drugs, but I might need to figure some drugs out for this next time.
At least some painkillers. It's like okay.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Well, despite the Latin American tour to happen some point in the future, what is the another thing that you want to do with Atreyu that you haven't done so far?
I mean, legitimately and genuinely, when people ask that, I say go to South America. So hopefully that will be fixed soon, if you know what I mean. We haven't been to mainland Asia yet. We've never been to, China, Vietnam, Thailand, Philippines. We've been to Jakarta earlier this year, which was pretty fucking awesome. So I would like to do a proper tour over there. I think that would be really fun. I don't know, man. Just continue to be able to be fortunate enough to go to these countries, whether it be our own or Europe or Australia or wherever, and people come out and still care about us. We've been a band a long fucking time, and it's wild. And that fact is not lost on us of how grateful we are that we're still able to do this, and people still listen to our albums and come out to our shows. I know it sounds a little cliche, but it's genuinely like it's true. Like I can't even describe the feeling of it, man. It's fucking wild. So just like I just want to keep touring, just keep playing shows, and so we're doing our best to make that interesting for everyone involved and try new things and new experiences, and yeah, you'll see.
Great. Well, Porter, I think we're on time, so thank you for this conversation. It was a really
Yeah,
nice one,
thank you.
and well, anytime. And well, if you have to say something to your Latin American fans, it would be really, really cool.
Yeah. We are doing everything we possibly can behind the scenes to come and see you in person soon. And I look forward to that day when we can. And let's get a beer or something. Or 6.
Or 12. I don't know.